Check. All right, I think we're live, guys. Let's see. Brian is there, waiting for you to go live. Excited to hear what you have on the market update. I know. I'm excited to go live myself. And yep, it looks like we are live. YouTube told me I'm live. Cool. What's happening, everyone out there? Thank you so much for joining in. If you're watching this video, my name is Jack Graham. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And I'm a realtor here in Las Vegas, and I'm gonna go over a little bit of a housing market update. Not much I'm gonna talk about. Well, a lot I'm gonna talk about, but I'm gonna cover a little bit what's happening in the market right now with the inventory, with what's it called, with sales, with the houses going on the market, the lumber prices, other prices that are going on. I see there's a like, so it looks like somebody is out there listening in, which is great. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today. And then after that, I'm gonna answer any questions that you might have. So feel free to start leaving some questions down there. I'd love to answer those. You guys have so many great, amazing questions that really open up a lot of debates. So it's great to have those as well. So leave those down in the comments down there whenever you get a chance. And we're gonna get started pretty soon, guys. Just wanted to get a few more people in there. It looks like we already have 8. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys are tuning in, let me know down in the comments if you have any questions out there. I know there's 9 of you guys, so I'm talking to you. Let me know if you have any questions, if you want me to answer them right now before we get started, as we get more people in here. So meanwhile, cheers to you guys, to all of you that are looking for a home out there or just want to tune in to see what the market is doing. And cheers. I should make this like a routine thing, where we talk about the real estate market and just get a drink and we just talk a little bit drunk, housing market. So Silas Eng says, how will declining wood prices affect housing prices? I love it. Thank you so much for that question. We have lumber prices coming down, which is really good news in my opinion, and I am going to cover that in a second, so you will see that for sure. So thank you so much for asking that question, by the way. Very smart question. So anyway, it looks like we got 10 people. Let's get started right now. Let's start talking about the market. Let me share my screen with you guys so you can see what I see. There we go. So let's see. Redfin. First of all, new listings coming on the market. So we're gonna analyze everything. This is Las Vegas metro area. So that means everywhere in Las Vegas, that's what we have. So North Las Vegas, Henderson, all these areas, they're all combined in one. And this is what we have. Now, as you can see, these are the years. So the chart that we have to pay attention to is the orange one. That's where we're at right now. Now, this is the year over year listings and everything. As you can see, this was last year, 2020, the red one. This was the pandemic time, when we had a drop in listings. Then we recovered, right? Then obviously during the winter we have a slowdown as usual because nobody sells their house on Thanksgiving and Christmas, which is when I buy real estate. But also I buy it anytime I can, right? But then right here we have 2021. We've got this orange, and we're doing great. Just as expected, we don't have any slowdowns or anything because obviously we don't have the pandemic. And prices, if you look at the amount of listings that we have. Now, this graph right here is a little bit skewed because what it tells you is the increase of year over year. So obviously right here we're going to have a huge increase in new listings compared to last year because last year we didn't have any. So this is normal to have this, okay? So I wouldn't pay attention to that graph much. Right here we're pretty much on track, normal to what a year would be like. As far as pending sales, however, look at pending sales. This is the amount of homes sold. So as you can see right here, we started at 400 the year before and we were going up. Now we started at 600. So as you can see right here, we have a lot more homes selling and they're still selling. Now we saw a little bit of a flattening out of the curve. That's normal to see, you know, just like last year, you know, kind of flattened out. Or this is 2019 technically. We're not considering last year, because all of this demand that was not all these homes that were not sold here, we sold them towards at the end of the summer right here, as you can see how demand was higher, right? And then over here we have a normal year pretty much. So a little bit of a level out, which is great. Not much to say about that. These are a little bit skewed. I don't pay attention to that. Off market in 2 weeks. Let's see how many listings went off the market in two weeks. Look at that. They went up a lot. A lot more homes are going off the market within 2 weeks. So over 50% of homes are going to sell within 2 weeks if you put your house on the market. However, guys, really important. I gotta put myself on here. Really important. If you put your house over what's reasonable, that house is not gonna sell. It doesn't matter what you list it for. What matters is how much the house is worth. Well, it does matter what you list it for. Just don't list it for too much money. If you do plan on selling a house, you gotta list it for the right price. And trust me, the market is gonna bring up the price of your home, and you're gonna sell it for top dollars in this market. If you price it right. If you don't price it right, nothing is gonna happen. I have a lovely lady that I'm listing their house, and she's amazing and everything, but gosh, she's hard-headed. And I told her, look, we gotta sell your house. We gotta put it for $330, $340. That's when we list it on the market, $330, $340. It's gonna sell for more than that. She was very hard-headed. She said she didn't believe me, and she said, no, we gotta list it for $375. And here's what happened. We're 1 month into the house selling process, and nothing happened. She did not sell it. We did not get a good contract, and that's an issue. And so we had to relist it. Now we did it my way. We listed at $340, and we already have 2 offers on it, and it's creating a bidding war. That's how you want to list the house. You want to list it for the house, the price that you think it's worth, and then the market is going to bring it up with the multiple offers that you're going to get on it. It's going to create a bidding war, which is going to create everybody the frenzy that you want in order to sell your house for top dollars. So make sure you hire a good realtor. Let me know if you need any help, and I'll be glad to assist you with the sale of your house. Now, right here, continuing on with the with the market update. Let's see how many homes sold compared to last year. You see, this is the oranges this year compared to last year. Now, as you can see, we have a dip right here. So less homes sold in May right here. And we've seen a little bit of a dip, and that's why I'm seeing a lot of people already saying, oh my gosh, this housing market is slowing down. That's crazy. What are we going to do now? Prices are going to come down like crazy. Now, this is normal. We saw this dip right here as well. It's normal. You know, it might keep going back up. It might go down a little bit more. It's totally normal, okay? This is the amount of homes sold. Does that mean that houses are going to drop in price? The amount of houses versus the price of the house is completely different. So yes, we are having less activity, less homes sold. Still way more than what we had in the other years, but still less compared to what we had. And the houses, however, the reason why we're having this dip is because builders cannot build fast enough. And if builders can't build fast enough, what happens is with the demand and everything, where there's no houses to sell because we already sold them all out here, right? So if there's no houses to sell, of course, there's going to be less homes sold. But then what happens is prices are going to keep going up because there's no inventory, which restricts the supply, and prices go up like crazy. So even though we're getting a dip on how many homes are sold, prices are still going up. In fact, if we look at the median sales price, look at this year. Up like crazy. This deserves a shot. A little sip. All right, so we're up. Median sales price in Las Vegas as of May, which was last month, right? Because data is always backdated 1 month at least. So you have $370,000 compared to January, for example. We were at $326. Month over month, we went up $5,000. So there's an increase in $5,000. Oh, thanks for that like button. I saw a like up there. Thank you guys for hitting that like button, by the way. If you haven't done so already, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that like button. Let's see if it works. But yeah, so within the last 3 months, we went up Oh, is this? Oh no. So this was not $5,000, not in a month. That was in a week. $5,000. Then if you go back to the month before, which is 4/12, the median sales price was 362. Now it's at 369. So within the month, we got a $7,000 increase on the median sales price, which is a lot. Look, this is shooting straight up. There we go. There we go. I see some lights coming in. Thank you guys for that. Appreciate it. Leave me some comments down there. Let me know what you think about what I'm talking about. Let me know, Jack, are you crazy? Or Jack, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Oh, compare this to last year, for example, 2020. Look what we had. We had a slowdown, slight dip, and then right after, the pandemic and all that stuff, whoop, went up. Then it stabilized a little bit, and then we had obviously the crazy increase that we had this year, which, things were just nuts. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see, that's the median. Oh, that was median listing price, which follows pretty much the median sales price. So I apologize for that. Median sales price, we're still up. This is year over year, I believe. Why is this all metros? No, I'm looking for Las Vegas. What the heck? Sorry about that, guys. I was like, wait a second, prices are not there. There we go. So we're going up. Median sales price. There we go. Look at that. Shooting right up. $360,000 median sales price. Median listing price was a little bit higher, right? But you can see within the last, so from May 5th, so May 10th is the last reading that we had. Let's see, April 10th, where we're at. April 12th, we were at 347. Now we're at 360. So $13,000 in 1 month price increase. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. Okay. So yeah, not much to say. Days to close. How many days it takes to close on a house? This one is not telling us much. It's 26 days, which is normal. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all we need to know. New listing median price per square foot. We're at $210 per square foot. I think now this month we're at $212 a square foot. So crazy numbers out there. I wanted to go over a few more things. Let's see if we have any questions out there first. So, oh shoot, I think I forgot to show you this, but yeah. So this month we have from as I was showing you here, median sales price 210. From last month we were at 205 median sales price per square foot. So crazy numbers. Let me see if I can share with you guys. Let's see, we got 24 people watching. Thank you so much for all of you guys that are jumping in here. Appreciate it. Let's see what kind of questions we have really quick, and then I'm going to go over some lumber prices and all the prices of materials and what's happening with those, because that's going to shape what's going to happen, which is Silas' question that we have out here. Silas also is asking, are housing prices sustainable? How are people affording these high housing prices? Where is the housing market headed? Super genius question, and I will totally answer that. Teresa Ann says, when purchasing a new build, do you have a separate price for the lot? Of course you do. There is always a lot premium, regardless if, depending on the location, it might be $30,000, $60,000, it could be $500, it could be $0. Depends on the builder, how much they want to charge, and all those things. Oh, Roy is here. The chart is nice showing. Hey, Roy, what's up? Super nice client I'm helping out right now, getting a home over here in Vegas. Change our view. We see your face, not your charts. I'm so sorry. I messed that up. I don't know. But right now, we're back into the... We're back in there, and I was showing you the charts, okay? So I apologize for that. Can't see the chart. I know, Teresa. I'm so sorry. Thanks for referring bridge home inspections to me. Dustin did my pre-drywall inspection last week. Awesome job. Well, HD, you are very welcome. I love Dustin. He's awesome, and he's actually a good a friend of my friend, and that's how I met him in there. I was like, wait, do you know this? Do you know my friend? I was like, yeah, super nice guy, and he's awesome. He's a rock star. Black Rock. I don't know what you mean, BlackRock. Luis Orbieta says, love this video. First of all, why isn't there a perfect home? Second, why appliances don't come with the base price? Third, why aren't home prices always consistent? Luis Orbieta says, and also from Escondido, California. Cool, Luis. So let's answer a few of these questions, and then we'll go over to the lumber prices and everything. So love this video. First of all, thank you so much. Appreciate you watching. Why isn't there a perfect home? It's just not out there for you right now for the price range that you're looking for. So maybe you have to increase your price range. And I'm sure there is a perfect home out there. It's just a matter of finding the right house for the right price range, or maybe you're looking in the wrong place. So just look a little bit harder. But there is always a home out there for anybody. Second, why appliances don't come with the base price? Well, they don't come with the base price because the builders say, well, I'm going to put something in there that is going to make me money. And they know that appliances is a really good way to upsell people after the fact. So because people are a little bit lazy, they say, you know what, just gonna include it into the loan. Let's just get this washer and dryer and refrigerator with them. Refrigerator is gonna cost you $2,000. Washer and dryer is gonna cost you $1,700 each. You're looking at $3,000. That's like $5,500 that they're making off of you, when the material is probably costing them $2,000. Like the appliance is actually costing them total $2,000. So that's $3,000 that they're making easy off of you. So that's why you want to go ahead and buy them yourself and pay the $2,000 yourself and buy it after the fact. And builders are always not going to put it in because nobody else does. So if there's a builder, one of the big builders, they start putting them in there, and you'll start seeing that everybody else is going to do it. So that's the way it is. Just like the casinos, right? Since MGM Resorts started charging for parking, all the other casinos started charging for parking. And that's just the way it is. It's pretty much everybody does the same. Everybody looks at each other and they do the same thing. What else? Third, why aren't home prices always consistent? Well, because of the Fed printing money. I don't know. Well, home prices are destined to go up over time just because of inflation. So having extra supply of money coming in from the Federal Reserve by printing money every time, that money, when you have more money in the economy buying the same assets, which is real estate, obviously real estate is going to have increase in prices because there's more money buying it. But does that mean that your house price is worth more? No, it just means that the dollar value is going down, because your dollars, every time you have cash and you just keep it in the bank, is going down in value because the Federal Reserve, which is the government, prints money just to sustain the economy, to sustain the inflation rate that we've been wanting and targeting, which is 2%, which is also debatable because I believe it's way more than that. That's just a fake inflation that they consider, and they increase prices, and prices go up because there's more money in the economy to buy the same asset. So that's what's going to happen, and that's why home prices go up. But let's go into, let me share the screen with you guys. Apologize for that if I did that earlier. Let's go a little bit and check out the, what's it called, wood prices. So lumber price charts. Let's see what we've got going on here. I want to show you this because NASDAQ, there you go. Because look at this. Lumber has been crashing down. Come on, you can do this. I think it's because I'm online here, so I wanted to show you how much lumber prices have been tanking down the last month and two. This is not loading fast. Oh, there we go. Look at this. So this is the lumber price right here. So 1400 or whatever index this is. I'm not sure if this is dollars or not. And it peaked back in May. Let's look at the year to date actually, so we can see a little bit the difference. Look at that. So back in January we were at 649, 650. Starting like price over there in January, which is when the market was kind of okay. It was still hot, but it was okay. But then we had these huge increases in prices, and lumber prices peaked at 1670. That is over 3 times the amount that it costed back here. about 3 times, a little bit less than 3 times. Yeah, 300% gain. Then we had a little crash. Look at this. If you look at this from the perspective of a stock chart, this is a crash, like literally crash. It went down to 900 again. So we just almost halved the lumber prices. However, just last week we had the builders saying that the prices were going up because lumber prices are going up. And I'm like, how is that possible? Well, once you start thinking about this, you'll see that the people that they're getting now under contract, they are paying for lumber prices from back in May, 2 months ago. Actually, no, back in April, we're here. So that is, today is 6/19, right? 6/18. This is 4/19. So technically, you're paying for lumber prices at $1,326 because this is when they order the lumber, and then when they get you under contract is now, 2 months after. Does that make sense? So prices are still going up, and they have to increase prices on the new homes because now you're paying for these lumber prices. Now, move forward, what's going to happen? I'm predicting right here 5/7. And prices went up even more. Another 30% gain. So what I'm going to think right now is they're going to keep increasing prices, saying that, hey, lumber is still going up. But to tell you the truth, it's not. So up until the next 2 months, you're probably going to see more price increases with the excuse that lumber prices are going up. And then we're going to start seeing not prices go down, but maybe level off and not have these huge price increases. Like American West, they're charging, I don't know, they're doing... in the last month, they went up $60,000 from $400,000. They went up to $460,000 starting price on a house in a month, and that's because of this reason. So they might keep going up even more, is what I'm saying. Now, this is not an exact science. Every builder orders the material at a different time and a different moment so I can't really tell you exactly when, but this is what you have. However, lumber is not the only thing that is actually going down in price. Well, it's not the only thing that matters, but let's say if we have copper price chart, I guess. Let's see if we have an updated. There it is. I like this website, right? The NASDAQ website. Oh, right. Copper prices. Let's see what's happening over here. Because they do use copper in homes, to build houses, but anything, wood, but also copper, steel, all these things, they all influence how much the house costs to build. So that's something you have to consider when you see these huge price increases, because the builders are not making that much money. But look at that. Wow, prices are going down too. That's awesome. Let's go to the year to date. Let's see what's happening. So copper is going down too. I'm expecting most materials are coming down. You see this? Because we got over the worst, right? This was in January. You see, $3 or whatever it was per pound. I don't know what it is. Went up to $4.70. That's like a 70% increase. And now we're coming down again to $4. We're almost at $4, which is good. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, is... Let me open up my thing. What I'm trying to say here, guys, is that, yes, prices are coming down for all the materials. Lumber is the main one, obviously, because the houses here in Las Vegas are made mainly of lumber. But they're coming down because of the fact that now the supply chain is kind of starting to catch up with the demand. So you have, prices are starting to come down a little bit, which is great. And the thing is, when are home prices going to come down, and are they going to come down at all? And here's the question that I ask you. So this is more for new homes, okay? New homes are now driving the market, in my opinion. So what you're having is people buying new homes and new builders setting up the price. As new home prices go up, what happens is more people the people that are buying new homes switch to resale. Now, resale market goes up as a consequence because all the people from the new construction go to the resale. And then what happens is once the resale reaches up the top and catches up with the new homes, people start flocking back into new homes. And that's what you have right there. Now, everything is up, okay? Everything is difficult to get. However, if you were talking to me a month ago or 3 months ago, I would tell you it's worth it to just go new home and buy a new home, okay? Because in the resale, it's just way overpriced. You were already paying as much as a new home was costing you back then. Now, forward 2 months, 3 months, you see these huge price increases in new homes. And resale homes, yes, they're increasing, but they're not catching up as fast, I believe, as new homes. And the reason why is because new homes, they have to pay for material right away. So you're going to see a little bit more of an increase in new homes. And I'll tell you, there's nothing available out there. If I try to get my clients, the deals when they do come out. And, if you are one of my clients, great. And, if you're looking for a house, I always try to get you into one. And usually all of my clients end up getting a house within a month, even if they get onto a waiting list or something, which is great. And I'm blessed for that. I appreciate all of you guys. But the thing is, if there is a house that comes up, it will be gone in 6 hours. 6 hours, it's gone. Because by the time the message goes out that there's a house available in a new community, there's 20 people ready to buy a house. So waiting on the waiting list. So that house will be sold right away. That's why you need a realtor that is going to help you out with this process. And I was just talking to a client today, and they said, well, I don't know if it's worth it to get a realtor or whatever. Well, what are you going to lose? You're not going to lose anything. And you need a realtor, somebody that is an expert in new homes or resale if you're buying resale, right? If you just go to a realtor that maybe does only resale and they don't do new homes and you ask them for advice, they don't know what you're talking about. They don't know what community is out there. They probably don't even know the name of the builders, I'll tell you. So you got to watch out for the right realtor that you got to get that does know everything about new construction as well as resale homes. Whether it is me or somebody else, I don't care, guys. I'm not here to try to get more business or anything. I'm just here, guys, to share what I know about the market, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. But anyway, what was I saying? Let's go back to what's it called? This chart. So we're looking at right here, copper prices coming down. You know what? Actually, what I wanted to cover is right now, let's go over a few questions. Let's see if I can answer some more questions that we have, any more that came through. If you have a questions, leave it back down there. I would appreciate it. So let's go back from the top because we had Silas. He asked, how will declining wood prices affect housing prices? Now let me put myself in here at least. Yeah. So answering that questions, as I did answer it already, the declining wood prices, eventually, in my opinion, what's going to happen is prices are probably going to level up. If you were the builder, right, for example, and you have a people on the waiting list waiting to get a home, and you have the buyers that just bought the house for, let's say, $450,000. Now, are you going to decrease the home price, just sell it for less? Absolutely not. Nobody's going to do that, because what they're going to have is all those people that came in before, they're going to get out of escrow because they want to buy at lower prices. So the builders will never put themselves in that situation to lower prices like that. If anything, they'll just level off, which is what happened also last year when the pandemic happened. They just stayed at the same. Maybe they offer some incentives under the rug, like, oh, I'm gonna give you $5,000 credit for whatever, for incentives for for your design center or towards your closing costs, or maybe a lot premium is gonna cost you a little bit less. Rather than $30,000, it's gonna cost you $20,000 now. So they have ways to kind of manipulate that price. Okay. Another thing you have to consider is, well, if they have 30 people waiting for a home, what's going to happen? I mean, they can just keep rising prices, and as long as the demand is there, it doesn't matter what wood prices do, they're still going to sell the houses, which is probably unethical or whatever, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's business. They're trying to make money. They're in the business of making money, not to make you happy. Okay, so nobody cares about you making getting into a house. They want to make you money. That's what they're trying to do. Okay, so anyway, that was the answer for that one. I don't think prices are going to go down because of material going down. I believe they're going to level off a little bit. They're not going to increase at, let's say, $10,000, $15,000 a month. They're probably going to go to $5,000 a month increases, which is something more sustainable, honestly. Our housing price is sustainable. Well, the question is, that's such a good question right there. Our housing price is sustainable. Well, if you look at affordability, it is, I believe they're definitely sustainable, because it is way more affordable right now, for example, to purchase a home than to purchase a home in the year 2000, when prices were half of what they are right now, just because of interest rates being so low, and also because of what's it called? Of wages being way lower back then, and now wages are higher. So adjusted by inflation and by interest rates, you'll see that affordability is actually very good, and it's healthy, and it's not really expensive to buy a house right now. People don't buy a house based on how much it costs, the final price is, because they're not buying cash. People buy a house because they're using a loan. So because they're using a loan, they're going to go ahead and see what the monthly payment is. That's what they buy the house based on. And the monthly payment is right now, I'm going to bring the calculator up. I'm going to give you guys an example, because this is very important for you guys to see. So let's see, let me share my screen with you. There we go. At least I didn't forget that now. Let's go to Redfin and look at the house. Let's see. All right, let's look at a home right here on the market. Let's go find it. Let's see. Oh, why is this taking forever? I need to get a better internet. All right, Las Vegas. We're just gonna click on a house, and we're gonna work, and we're gonna look at what's it called? The loan calculator, to see what it says. Now, one thing I wanted to show you here from Redfin, right? I remember 2018 or 2019, I used to look for the hot house. You know how Redfin has hot on it? And I like their app. They're pretty cool, actually. But come on, why is this taking forever? All right. There we go. Receiving listings. Oh, where are the hot listings? Oh, it will show up in a second. But yeah, so you'll see right here, there's going to be a lot of hot homes right now once it loads. There you go. You see that? Look at that. I used to look for a house. Oh, come on. What's happening? I used to look for a home that was hot so I could, go see it or go tour it and shoot a video of it. Look at this. In a block, look how many hot homes there are. Like, I used to have to look for a hot home in all of Summerlin, for example, and now there are hot homes everywhere. But anyway, let's try to see a house. Let's say the median sales price right now in Summerlin, you're probably at around $450, right? So let's get something that is around that price range. Okay, this one. Let's do some promotion for this house. Ooh, they're having an open house on Saturday. All right, so there's a single story, 480, 1,600 square feet. We're in Summerlin. I don't care. Let's go to the loan calculator. Now, there are people that are getting loans for 3%, right? Less than 3%, 2.75%, as you can see. But now let's try to recalculate that. Let's see. So this house with 20% down at over here, it's at, well, people now are not coming out of pocket with 20%. The lowest is 5% now, maybe 3% if you're a first-time home buyer. But let's say 10%, okay? And then your interest rate, it could be lower than 3, but I'm just going to say 3%, okay, what your interest rate is. Now, to buy this house, it would cost you, with HOAs included, mortgage insurance, because you're buying 10%, right? Property taxes, homeowners insurance, everything, it would cost you $2,300. Now, let's compare that to having a 6% interest rate. So, or I don't know, I doubt they're going to go up that much, but let's say a 4% interest rate, right? Which is something I foresee happening in 2023, I think. That's where we should see a 4% interest rate, right, for a home. Now, if I put 4%, you're looking at $2,000, almost $600. That's $300 difference a month. That is over 10%. Oh yeah, about 10% of the monthly payment increase. So, as you can see, with just 4%, you could afford, with a 1% less interest rate, you could afford 10% more of a home. So if this year we had 15% increase in prices, you got to consider also if there is an increase in interest rates. Maybe even if prices stay the same, you're still going to get an extra 10% on top of your payments. So that's what I'm saying. The only thing that could crash the market right now, in my opinion, is the interest rates. Let's say they go up to 5%, which is not, something that you're not going to see. Most likely you're not going to see, because it could happen. $500 extra a month just because the interest rate is higher. So to answer your guys' question, and I believe it was, are these house prices sustainable? Maybe not the house prices are not sustainable, but the payment every month is sustainable right now. It's actually very low at $2,300. If interest rates go up and maybe prices level up and they stay the same, we're screwed, because there could be a big, there's going to be an increase in expenses and all. So that's something to consider. So when purchasing a new home, I think we answered this question. Change your view. We see your face. I know that. Let's see. So lumber price is crashing, but how is lumber supply? Is it crashing because there is less demand now? No, it's not crashing because there's less demand. It's because now the supply chains have caught up to the demand. So we're getting more wood coming in. In fact, I was just talking to Taylor Morrison the other day, the superintendent over there in North Las Vegas, and he was telling me that now they don't have any more issues receiving the trusses that go in the attic, on the ceiling of the house, which it was a major concern before and was slowing down a lot the construction. Now they're receiving it and they're not having that issue anymore. So supply chains are kind of catching up. At the end of the day, it's all a matter of supply and demand. And since the demand is there, but supply is catching up to the demand, it's just a matter of time. So all you're seeing, these increases in price in lumber, is just temporary. Eventually, it's gonna level off. John JC79 says, "Is it true most new construction has a 12-month wait list? And that's if you get a spot?" No, not true, John. I walk in and out of new construction every freaking single day. I talk to these people. No, there's not a 12-month wait list. That's just maybe secondhand. You heard somebody that heard something, and that's what happened. They usually tend to make things bigger than they are. It's not 12 months. I mean, I'm thinking if you get on a list, maybe 1-2 months, depending on which location you're looking at. If you get on a KB, you could get it next week if you're lucky, because there's different ways of how they do it, right? So, for example, KB does a drawing system. So they have in every community they have at least 150 people, maybe 200, right? They put all these 200 names in a hat. They release lots every 2 to 3 weeks, and they say, okay, I'm releasing 10 lots. Out of these 200 people, 10 people are going to get a lot. It doesn't matter when you walked into the property. You could have walked in the day before they did your drawing, and they'll put you into that hat. And if they pull you out, you get a lot right away. So no, you don't have to wait for 12 months with them. Now let's see somebody else. For example, Pulte. Toll Brothers, in some communities, they're doing that, where they're doing a bidding system. So they release a lot or 2-3 lots, and they say they have 30, 40, 50 people waiting for a lot. These people will go ahead and put in an offer on the lot. It's a blind offer. You don't know what everybody else is offering. You don't know how many people are offering on the lot. You're just making an offer, and you're putting in your best and highest offer. Now those are the people that are making a lot of money on the lot, premiums, and all that stuff. However, I'm seeing a shift right now. I'll tell you. I'm not sure if it's a real shift or not. Okay, so don't quote me on this. But for example, Pulte was offering lots back, in Sky Canyon, or also in the what's it called, in Acadia, in Summerlin, West Summerlin. So 2 communities that they were just making bank. I mean, lot premiums going for $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 over asking, which their asking was already high at $50,000, $60,000. And now what we're seeing is that these lots are coming back on the market. People are not really bidding that much on the lots anymore, so they're not selling. Like I saw a lot that was available up in Sky Canyon for Pulte for single homes. I saw a lot that came out available over in Carmel Cliff, the new community in Summerlin. So there's lots that are popping up here and there, and the reason why is people are tired of this. Prices are skyrocketing, lot prices are insane. So why pay all of that? I'll just wait, or I'll just buy a resale home. So there's a ceiling to everything, right? To what people are willing to pay, and that's where we're seeing that price a little bit, settle up a little bit. And I'm noticing this, whereas 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, by being there every day, I know it was very difficult to come by a lot in the first place. Now, are those lots going to sell? Yes, they are. Most likely they're going to be gone within the next 2 or 3 days. But still, the fact that they are not getting the bids that they wanted in the first place says something, right? So, you don't have to be on the waiting list. Oh, and the last way that they offer lots is the priority list. So Tri Point does the priority list. Century Communities does the priority list. What's it called? Beezer does a priority list. Also, Lennar and D.R. Horton, they do priority lists. So, no, I'm not worried about... no, you don't have to wait 12 months to get a lot. You can get it within a month or two, depending on which community you're in. The priority list obviously is going to be more, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 months. Like Tri Point, my clients waited a month and they got a lot because a lot of people dropped out. So it really depends on which neighborhood you're going for. That was a long answer to a question. Sorry, guys. So Divina Paneda says, "Hi, Jack. Why builders nowadays for new home construction putting you in the waiting list? Thank you." Well, because there's so many people waiting for a lot. They cannot build enough homes fast enough because they can't necessarily. Yeah, there's shortages in the amount of people that are willing to work. They can't find employees to work on site, which is an issue. But also because they have to wait for the material to come, and they're having shortages in material. So, for example, if they cannot get the roof for a house, they cannot keep going on and building the rest of the house because water is going to start going in if it rains and all that stuff. So they need to finish the roof before they can move on to the next phase of building the house. So if there's a shortage on one side and they can't get that material, eventually it's going to trickle down and everything is going to slow down. So they can't build fast enough, and they're not getting the material fast enough to build to supply the amount of people that are buying. That's why they have waiting lists. And honestly, they could sell all the lots that they have available right now right away. And the thing is, after they sell them, however, they're going to have to wait. And it's going to take them 3 or 4 months or 2 to 3 months to get the lots. To get to building the house. So they can't even sell you the house because they don't want to sell you the house at less than what they could get in 2 or 3 months from now. So they put you on a waiting list. They say, wait here, you stay there on the list. I'll get to you once I get a lot, and I'll sell you the lot at a higher price. That's what it means. Island Snow says, if wood prices keep dropping but sell prices keep going up, how it affects appraisals? Does an appraisal take into account lumber and copper prices at the time of the appraisal? Absolutely not, Island Snow. I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. Appraisals go off of the comps, so what other houses sold for before. That's why we can have price increases that have nothing to do with material. And then we'll have the appraisal will come in. They'll see your house. Let's say you paid $500,000 for it, and then they'll look at what other houses sold nearby, similar to yours. Whether it's a new home, or a resale home, they sometimes compare it to resale homes. If you're a new community, most likely they'll compare it to the other houses that sold at the same time as you, or what they're selling for right now, just to see the starting price and all the upgrades that they put in. So. No, appraisals don't go off of lumber prices or material prices. They go off of the comps, and it is totally not related. Seb Jake says, about 2 months again, I'm receiving lot premium from 60 to 80K. I don't know what you mean, Seb. Now I'm from receiving email from Pulte. Lots are from 40 to 60K. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm guessing you had an experience with Pulte and they're telling you, lot premiums were 60 to 80, now there's 40 to 60. That makes sense with what I'm saying because Pulte was just increasing prices like crazy, right? How long are new build wait list for homes under 380? Under 380. Good luck with that. For a new home, depends. If you get a smaller home, yes, you can, or maybe in North Las Vegas, you can find something at 380. You're gonna be how long in wait list? In North Las Vegas, there's not much of a wait list. They have way more availability compared to the other sides of town. I don't know why. They're just building faster, but they're releasing more lots, less demand. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's where you can get a home for 380 or less, and you can get a new build for under 380. Yeah. In the Southwest, you might be able to get a 1,500 square feet home, two-story, for 380. Sorry about that. Let me put this on a silent. Sorry, Anna. I'll call you later. Let's see. New builds, wait list under 380. I would say you can get a home right away. Honestly, under 380. Maybe not right away. Within a month, we can get you into a house, Kimberly. Subject says, well, we talked about that. Island Snow, I hate those builders that do blind bids. Greedy. I know they're greedy. I can't blame them. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, I don't like it myself either. But they're making money, so that's what they're trying to do. Any other questions, guys? I know there's 30 of you guys still looking out there. Appreciate you watching. Hit that like button because we only have 14 likes, and we had, I don't know, probably at least 100 views on this thing, if not even 200. And only 14 likes. Come on, you guys can do better than that. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, guys. Scott Tucker says, and leave me your questions. I'm about to wrap it up, guys. It's been 46 minutes of joy with you guys, obviously, but I gotta wrap it up. So if you have any last minute questions, hit them, put them down there. Does Nevada require developers to provide public reports on new subdivisions? Yes. They require public reports, but what do you mean by public reports? Because there's different reports, different kinds of reports, like soil reports, and what the area does, like what's it called, gambling, where the gambling is, and all these things. So you gotta be a little bit more specific there, Scott. I don't see any more questions out there. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. But yeah, it's been a pleasure with you guys. Let's see, I'm gonna wait a minute or so and talk about something else, and then if there's no more questions, we'll wrap it up. But yeah, it's been crazy out there, guys, but there's still a way to get a home. Honestly, if you're looking to buy a house in the future, and you gotta look at, don't worry about the prices, what they are right now or what they will be, because nobody can predict the future. In fact, I cannot see what the future is going to do. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. Nobody does. And people have been saying that prices are going to crash for forever. They've been saying this. So that's something that you have to understand. And you have to say, look, I am buying a house. What is the reason behind it? Why am I buying a house? What is the future looking like for me? What am I going to do in 7 years or in 10 years or in 30 years? Do I see myself in this house? Do I see myself somewhere else? If I'm buying it for the right reason, because it's the place where I want to live and it's what I need, then definitely go ahead and buy. If you're looking for an investment property, then that's a different situation. Then you got to start looking at other things. But if you're looking at just buying a house right now because you're going to live in it, don't worry about what the prices are right now. Interest rates are super low. It's still pretty affordable to buy a house. So get into it. As long as you can afford that payment, you're good to go. And just buy the house that you love, that you'll be happy with. Maybe if you're not comfortable with the payment, just buy a house that you need. But buy real estate and hold it, right? Don't wait to buy real estate until prices crash. Buy real estate and then wait for prices to go up or whatever. Which, again, it's not like, oh my gosh, Jack, I just got this house and it went up, in price over 10 years. It went up, I don't know, 50%, which is normal, right, to see. Well, you can't really say that because you also got to see the rate of inflation, or what if that money was invested somewhere else. If you're renting and instead of buying a house, you invested that money somewhere else. So it really depends on a lot of things, guys. If you're buying a house, if you should wait or not for prices or things to calm down. I'd say if you're an investor, you can still find a good deal out here, and prices are going up and rents are catching up. If you're buying for you to live in it, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're comfortable with the payments, just go ahead and buy. That's what my take is. All right, last questions are coming in. Kimberly Javier says, awesome. Some areas, North Las Vegas, aren't bad. At least it's not over a year. Thank you. Okay. Yep. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button as always, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these videos out there. Let me know if you want to do something else. I'm thinking about adding a guest to this live stream. I already talked to the lender that I recommend all the time, Jessica, and she said that she's on board. So let me know if you guys want to see a video with Jessica in it, and we're going to go over different kinds of lending and what you can do to buy a house and all that stuff. So great information for you. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. And also I'm gonna try to get some more people over. If you have any suggestions on who to get onto the channel, and try to get some input from them, please let me know down in the comments. I'll be really appreciative of that. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you on the next video.